Hi, I'm Shan Smith with Good Sense Automation. We are your friendly neighborhood systems integrator. And today I want to talk briefly about the on delay timer, a TON as it's called, the on delay timer. The on delay timer works basically like a stick of dynamite. You light the fuse and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, you have the result. So we're going to go into the TON timer, and again, I'm going to talk from an Allen Bradley's perspective. However, if you have a timer on delay, Allen Bradley, Siemens, it can be a relay-based contact. If it's an on-delay timer, you provide an input to the timer, and there's going to be a delay, a predetermined time delay before your results happen or your output change state. So let's get into it, the on-delay timer. So I am using Team TeamViewer again. Always a great tool for remote work. In this application, I am using our test system, so I don't have to worry about any real activity in the field. So using TeamViewer and working from an Allen Bradley perspective. So let's add a timer on delay. I am in run mode, so I'm going to go offline for now. Timer counter. We will cover some of the other elements. So right click, add a rung. On the empty rung, I am going to add a TON. TON is a timer on delay. With the TON, we have to give the timer a name, and we have to identify it in our system. So we're adding a new tag. The new tag is, let's call it door timer. That's 2 O's. And you always want to give a tag name and a description as descriptive as possible as to what the element will be doing. In this application, I will not add a description, but in your system, the more descriptive, the better. So now we create the door timer. So my tag name is not valid. So, okay. So let's figure out what we're doing wrong. Can I create that now? So I have my door timer, and in my timer, I need to add a preset value. So I'm going to add a preset value of 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And I'm putting 5,000 because the base numerals for the system is milliseconds. So it's going to be 5,000, which will give me 5 seconds. And enter. And now I have my TON. I'm going to add another test bit here with the normally open set of contacts. And again, I need to name this new tag. We call this test bit 2 create. All right, so now I have my test bit and I have my timer. As we look at the timer on delay, for the timer on delay, I have an EN and a DN. The EN is timer enabled, which means my output will come on as soon as the timer is enabled and counting. Anytime there's a signal to my timer, the EN bit is active. And then the DN bit is my done bit. So the EN is enabled, the DN is a done bit. So let's see how that works. Run. And I'm going to add a set of contacts. Add a parallel branch. And I'll add a third parallel branch. So there is also a TT, which is timer timing. TT is timer timing, DN is done, EN is enabled. I do there, paste, and that's not correct. Let me go back. You gotta love the undo button, or Control Z does the same thing. So it's door timer. So if I come here and type door timer, well, it doesn't like that. Dot EN. Okay. Door timer. Dot TT. And door timer. Dot DN. Done. So let's see if I can accept these edits. I don't think I can. Gotta have an output, guys. I don't think I have an output. Yep, gotta have a load in the circuit. So let me add a load. The instruction. And paste instruction. Turn it to local data 4 or 6 maybe. All right, local data 6. So let's download. So if I come over to communication, download. So I always read the warnings. Not going to do it now because you don't have all day to wait and see how this works. Read the warnings because once you put it in, it is in the system and you don't want to have downtime. We don't like downtime here. So we download. Done downloading. Now, this message always pops up. Change controller back to run mode. This is important. If you have any machinery that moves, you want to make sure you understand the state of that machine. If you're commissioning, understand what your teammates are doing. You always want to observe safety. I'm changing my system back to run mode. And here we are. So now I can go to my test bit. If I right click that bit and I toggle the bit, if this is a motor, it's going to run. If it's whatever is at the end of that rung, if you have logical continuity, you're giving it the green light to go. So let's make sure we understand what's going on in our system. I toggle my bit. And we can see again that the enable bit is high anytime there's an input to the timer. The timer timing bit is only in a one state, high state, on state, is when the timer is going through the count process, and the done bit is only on after the predetermined time period. The EN is the timer enable, the TT is the timer timing, the DN is the done bit. If you have any questions, please reach out. Shan Smith, Good Sense Automation.